Jolly good.
Dear Dr. Daddy, I'm so excited. 6 more days and I will actually see you. I've missed you so much. The Centennial Committee and the Lord Mayor have been all over the papers here, hyping the big event. And my bosses at the museum seem really anxious to meet my famous father. It's going to be such fun. Oh, speaking of the job, guess what? I've stumbled onto something I think may really interest you, right up your alley. I found an old scroll by Terence. I know he's your favorite Roman playwright, right? I'll wait till you get here to say more, but you won't believe it. I'll tell you this much. It seems to be a pretty angry comeback to a "don't call us, we'll call you" rejection from the library at Alexandria. As near as I can make out, the author asked for one of his plays to be housed there. Not one of the 6 we already know about, but something else, something new. And they turned him down big time, claiming that it was incomplete and substandard for acceptance into their collection. Kind of a condescending attitude with the way it reads. Anyway, I checked, and his other plays were there at the time. So hey, if you hear of a new play by Terence floating around out there somewhere, that could be pretty hot news, at least for people like us. My boss already said that I could share what I found with you, so I made a pretty decent copy of what I have. We'll go over it first thing when you get here. Fun. Working together again. I can't believe it's been almost a year since I graduated and took this job, and a year since we've seen one another. I know, both of our faults, but now we're set, and neither one of us can get out of it this time. I can't wait. Love you, Daddy. See you soon. Beth.
Dear Dr. Daughter, I sure missed you too. But just a week we can have some really quality time together. The administrators there at your museum and the London Town Fathers have really gone all out for this thing. I bet old Granddaddy Erasmus would be tickled pink at all of the attention the tower's been getting a century after he arranged to have it brought over. I guess it's a pretty big deal, and I'm glad they're letting both of us participate in the festivities. Makes me proud and gives me a chance to see my only daughter. My flight gets me there just before the opening of the capsule. But after that, we can have lots of long chats, like in the old days back here. We'll catch up. And I can't wait for you to share that mysterious document you've discovered. I'm excited to hear what your thoughts are. It doesn't make a lot of sense that they would come down on him so hard. And for what? Terence was a great favorite with Roman audiences. So something must have gone really wrong. Maybe we can do some deciphering and translating together and figure it out. Oh, fun. See you in a couple of days at Ptolemy's Tower. Love you so much, Dad.
some costly cigars.
There's Victoria, our elegant lady, in the tower by the Thames. What's she doing?
Bloody good, eh?
There are hairpins and dear baby balls.
Some coins which I'll pinch when I can.
My eyes on that player already. By the tower near the Thames. By the tower near the Thames. Come and see. Feel the thrill, the elation all around. It's Solomon's Tower, standing so proudly in good old London town. Still mysteriously musical, mighty and mystical tower by the Thames. Still mysteriously musical, mighty and mystical tower by the Thames.
What a lovely London day! And thank you, my friends, thank you. With the opening of our time capsule, we have once again bring a much-deserved attention to the wonderful vision of Sir Erasmus Wilson, who 100 years ago today succeeded in bringing Ptolemy's Tower to all shores.
It's almost 3,500 years old.
And what a double pleasure to have with us here today, to my right, Dr. Reginald Wilson, perhaps America's most celebrated Egyptologist, and his daughter, now our own, Dr. Elizabeth Wilson of the British Museum.
Both direct and immediate descendants of Sir Erasmus
We would
Wilson
like to thank you
himself.
for coming, and would like to invite you to stroll the banks of our beautiful Thames and enjoy the golden Jubilee bridges and the food and souvenirs to be found all along the bank. Have a jolly day, and be sure to visit the tower often. There's magic there, they say.
Come on then, open! Thank you, good day.
So you just found this in the tower? No attempt to cover it up or anything?
It was just in a little crevice, like I told you. Almost like it was waiting for someone to find it.
Well, that's pretty strange in itself. You know those Egyptians, their secret nooks and crannies that they love to put in their bigger obelisks and pyramids. But this one seems almost too easy.
Unless it was deliberate.
Maybe. Yes. This section that you were having trouble with, there are different kinds of scripts. Seems to suggest that the play he brought to the library was missing whole scenes. The big reason they cite for rejecting it and upbraiding him so seriously seems to be the absence of an antagonist, a bad guy. All of his scenes seem to have disappeared.
Well, whatever it was, he sure sounds mad.
Now, the leaders of that exclusive little library circle obviously made him pretty darn bitter. Look at this. This translates, yes, in the Latin, not the hieroglyphics, perhaps, yes, scribbling like a tradesman, farcical. And here later on, unoriginal and without the craftsmanship required for inclusion on the shelves of the library. Ouch, that must have hurt.
Well, what I know about old Terence, or I guess young Terence at that time, in his 20s, right, was that he certainly never had any problem with his bad guys or villains before. In fact, if I remember correctly, the library had apparently been enthusiastic about those very characters in his earlier plays. They were often some of his most successful creations. Remember this part right here?
Oh yes, our Terence is sticking by his guns and insisting that they be making a big mistake by not accepting the play. And he keeps repeating that it was perfectly complete, bad guy and all, when he brought it to Alexandria. This is interesting. He keeps talking about, how would this symbol translate? Losing a character?
Letting them escape would be a more accurate reading. I wonder why he would say that. Do you think maybe it's just a flowery way of saying he's suffering a writer's block of some sort? But look here, it says, you lost him. He got away.
Escaped. Your translation is right on point. And he's saying all this as if it's for real.
That's really bizarre, isn't
It
it?
certainly is. As is the title of the thing, The Stones of Ptolemy. Now that has to mean that our tower, or one of the towers, was somehow part of the plot as well. I wonder if that was missing from the manuscript also. His travels certainly could have put him in Heliopolis or Alexandria at the time. It all fits time-wise, and the library historians do say that he disappeared himself pretty mysteriously, supposedly trying to find ideas for new plots. But his insistence that somehow it was the keepers of the scroll's fault, that's the part that really stumps me. Why would he say that?
Are we sure that I translated this right? Bad guy or villain antagonist?
No, you got it right. The committee or circle or whatever they called themselves said that there was no adversary for the hero. But Terence is persisting rather doggedly, here, look at this, that there was one when he brought it to them and that they somehow had lost that portion of his manuscript. Yes, then the playwright says, I haven't been able to find Clodius. Clodius? Fun name. He's disappeared. Kiddo, we've got ourselves quite a little mystery here. A play with an escaped villain, a lost script with huge unexplained holes in it, and a playwright who swears that his missing bad guy was in the work when he brought it to the library. Wow.
Dad, I forgot to ask. How's the new secretary working out? Beverly, wasn't it?
Beverly's no longer with us, I'm afraid.
Dad, how many does that make? 5 or 6 by now?
I know. I give them all very organized notes. Stacks of reasons.
Scribblings, brilliant insights on the back of airline tickets.
Totally comprehensible to anyone. And they come in, they take one look at my work, declare it a disaster area, and move on. So, I'm working alone again. Someone to turn on.
Dad, I know, but you're not getting any younger, and you know you need the help. Okay, I'm nagging.
Yes.
Not this trip. Let's get back to our puzzle. Dad, it is getting late, and I know you have to be worn out, what with the jet lag and all of this. Let's just call it a day, and we'll meet for lunch tomorrow. I'd offer you breakfast, but you're gonna need your sleep, and I'm still a working girl. Why don't you take the copy with you? Maybe you can have some study time in the morning. Let's meet right back here at the tower at noon tomorrow. We'll go find one of those great British pubs that are all over the area and dig into some fish and chips and Talk about runaway bad guys and the letter and life and love.
Love? Oh, wait a minute. Love?
Tomorrow. My car's nearby. Can I give you a ride to your hotel?
Now I am curious. But you're right. I am a bit tired. Not very sleepy though. I guess I'm just fired up about being here, all this, and of course seeing you. My hotel's only 8 or 10 streets from here. I think I'd like to walk back and sort of digest the day's events. I'll meet you here at noon tomorrow, and maybe by then we can shed a little more light on this thing. By the way, your deciphering was excellent. Couldn't have done better myself. Life and love, eh? I think there may be more than one mystery here. You be on time.
Yes, sir.
Damn, everything's closed. I'm trying to be a gent and do things in a British way. I say mate and eat all my biscuits. Back in the flat where I stay, I say ta-ta, not that I'll see ya, or just smile if I make a miscue. I fight hard to retain my composure if some bloke takes my place in the queue. But right now I have this small problem, and it's suddenly making me see. When you drink British tea by the gallon, you inevitably off to pee. Off to pee! So I'm looking for a loo, any store or shop will do, but it's grown so bloomin' late, there's no place to go and lay. Alley would surely do, or a lonely cul-de-sac, but there's no place I can see to relieve me before I get back. So I'm looking for a loo, any corner, any street. Can someone point the way at the first bloke that I meet? Good evening, friends!
Friends? Get this! Abe's calling us friends!
Get a load of that
I happen to know where I can find a restroom, a toilet, a loo, drink too much tea. Well, thank you anyway. There's got to be something.
Hey, I'll get back. Kind of Nazi, ain't it?
Something. Give us a look.
Take it easy. Come on now. I don't want any trouble. Here, make a couple of pounds. Just let me be on my way, okay?
Oh, we'll take your money. And I think we'll have a piece of paper too. Hey, come on, man. Give it over.
What's he doing?
All right. So I'm looking for a loo, any corner, every street. Never underestimate a man who has to urinate. Thank you, my friend. I think it could have been pretty rough back there had you not been here. Thanks a lot.
It's fine. Glad to help a fellow traveler.
Oh, you on the road too? I guess it's open season on tourists for punks like that.
Probably.
Anyway, hoodlums like that are usually cowards. With your help, we scared them away. My name is Reggie Wilson. I'm here for the big celebration. I'm sort of an anthropologist. How about you?
I am a poet.
A poet? That's wonderful. Good for you. The world needs more young folks with active imaginations and free spirits. Good for you.
I heard you and that girl talking a moment ago about a character escaping from a play. That could happen, you know. I mean, if some writer created a character so real that it took on a life of its own, I mean, got out into the real world somehow, that could happen.
I hardly think so. I mean, going from a nothing on a blank page to a totally believable artistic creation, that's magic enough for me. But if you mean making writing actually come alive, I'm afraid that's too much of a stretch for a stodgy old scientist. Oh, I have a fine imagination, but that's too far to go. Neat idea, though. I like it. What brings you to London?
I'm looking for ideas for my stories. I need plots. Maybe the escaped character you were talking about could be one of them. The truth is, I'm looking for a lot more than that.
What do you mean? Do you want to tell me about it? My daughter says I'm a good listener.
Sure, why not? I meant what I said earlier. Characters can sometimes be so real that they go and they... Listen, when I heard you and your daughter talking, I got a feeling you might be able to help me with something.
Really? Well, now, I have to say that's very flattering and intriguing. Look, I owe you. I'm meeting my daughter right here tomorrow at noon. Why don't you come by around, say, 1 or 2, and join us. The three of us can talk more about this bringing characters to life notion of yours. Beth, that's my daughter, would love meeting you. And she enjoys talking about wild things like that. I have to admit, I'm kind of intrigued myself. Oh, Beth says I always use that word. But look, it's hard to see exactly where you're coming from. Hey, come on. You don't really believe all that, do you?
Strange things happen in this world.
That's for certain, but...
Yes, it is.
I hope you'll come tomorrow. I don't quite know why, but this and you really intrigue me. Seems like there's some kind of connection. It almost seems like we didn't meet by accident.
Like I said, strange things happen.
Wait, who are you? I don't know your name.
Terence.
My name is Clodius. Clodius. Can you imagine someone giving you a name like that? And you're guessing right. I'm the missing villain. That brilliant hotshot playwright. Oh, okay, he won the Anthony a couple of times. Big deal. Concocted this dopey, bumbling antagonist who gets foiled at every corner. That's me.
But it's not me. This is the real me, get it? The real me, and I'll use every rotten trick I can think of to get the admiration and respect that I deserve. I escaped because they've got me all wrong. Everybody's always had me all wrong. They have me typed as a bad guy, but I'm a leading man. Lend me your ears. Every playwright needs a hero and a star, why not me? Though I'm greasy and obnoxious and bizarre, why not me? I can sing and play the cello and I dance as you see. I could be a lovely fellow with a chance, why not me? What I say may sound excessive, but my body's quite impressive. There sits above my chassis a brow that's very classy, a brain that's overflowing with the plots that I have going, and I'm absolutely able to add glamour to my fable. Though my manners dark and brooding, a thick classic gin protruding, and though my style may be more edgy, I can act as well as Reggie. Why not me? Why not me? Why not me? Females find me handsome but discreet, that's just me. I'm so humble, unassuming, hard to beat, yes sirree. I mesmerize my public with my charms, that's my thing. Tons of beauties yearn to hold me in their arms for a fling. I beat all my nearest rivals by a league, why not me? And I stole his little ditty straight from Greed, naughty me. But so far I'm adding zero, and I've got to be the hero. When I shook myself loose from that stupid stroll, I took off straight for Heliopolis. Good old Sun City. I just love it there. But wouldn't you know it, somehow Terence found out where I was. So I had to go underground. I found this out-of-work oracle named The Master. And he showed me how to use the towers to hide in remote places like this dismal little town. Is it always so foggy here? Anyway, I thought I was safe, but no! Terence goes relentless on me and gets that professional virgin bustia to lend him a sacred scarab pin. It's one powerful piece of jewelry right up there with the tower. With it, he can track me from anywhere. So I've got to resort to something devious here. Oh, and I'm good at that. What am I telling you for? I need some real help. I speak, the gods answer. Hey, you two. Yeah, you. I was hiding over there a bit ago, and I saw the beat down the old man that other guy laid on the two of you.
Oh, we didn't stretch before.
Interested in a little payback?
Yeah.
Bring it. No, got it.
Got it? Got it. Yeah, we both got it.
Right.
Hey, mate, I don't want to be telling you your business, but if you want to blend in, you won't be able to go anywhere looking like that.
Like what?
The only kind of attention that cute little dress will get you around here, I'm not so sure you're gonna like.
Or not.
Take this.
Oh, yeah. Very stylish.
Woo!
Ooh. Brings out your eyes. Ooh. Yeah.
You keep an eye on the old guy.
I watch the old guy.
And you follow the girl.
I follow the girl.
And I'll keep a close eye on Terence.
Who's Terence?
He's the guy who put you on your butt over there.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you want this Terence guy for?
He wrote me.
Oh, I see. So what are we gonna do if we catch up with them? Can we clot with them a little?
Do the job first. Wait for the fun till later. Right now, we've got to get 2 things. The girl's copy of the scroll and the scarab pin Terence is wearing. Now that's critical. If we can get that pin, a certain very irritating playwright will be out of my hair and stuck right here forever. That would be so great. Can you imagine a Roman playwright wandering around here trying to find work in a place like this?
I get the old man.
I get the girl.
I get the older. Are you sure?
I get the girl.
Right, I get the old man. You?
I get the girl.
Why do I gotta get the old man?
Because you're old.
Well, they work cheap.
Come on, we need some drinks over here, love. Hey, over here.
I have money.
When did you have the money to go to France?
Oh, you made it on time. I can't believe it. This has to be a first. Yes, indeed. Now, you know how fired up I am about this letter of yours. But first, what's going on with all this love business? Are you in or out? You wrote me a couple of months ago that you've got a young man here.
Dad, am I a snob? No, I'm not. Am I too picky? Maybe. Is it unreasonable to need something resembling intellect as part of a relationship? Or is the whole world really just one gigantic football? Okay, so I did it again. I meet this perfectly decent guy, and within days, I think my record is 4 weeks, I break it off and I run to the museum for sanctuary. Why do I do that? I don't know why I do that. I don't think I'm any better than anyone else.
You are.
Darn. This is all your fault. You spoiled me. You and Mom. You guys were so perfect together. Why can't I find something like that? I mean, guys look good and they smooth talk for a while, but then that moment comes when you have to have a conversation and it all falls apart. One guy actually turned pale as a ghost and practically ran out of the movie theater when I let slip I have a PhD. Dad, it is so damn confusing.
You're in and out or up and down's my middle name. Love's an action verb, no proper noun, and I just can't play the game.
Allow me to illustrate.
You tell him, girl.
All my friends say their lives are terrific. They found truly their prince among men. Let me mention the word hieroglyphic.
Well, I've got to say that was more of an answer than I expected.
Yeah, me too.
So are you feeling better?
I do. I think I got some of it out of my system. So let's do some work.
Honey, before we start, I have some news for you too. Your old dad had a little bit of an adventure after he left you last night.
Oh?
Yeah, a couple of thugs tried to roll me.
Dad, are you all right? Did they hurt you?
I'm fine. Thanks to a young man who was close by. He joined in and we sent them running.
Wow. One night in London and you're playing James Bond. It's a good thing someone was there.
Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you. I've invited him to join us here. Kind of a thank you, and also I think that you might really enjoy talking to him. He's a very interesting guy, some kind of poet, he says. I talked to him for a while, and he's got all kinds of extraordinary ideas. I mean, really extraordinary ideas, one of which I think you might find especially appealing.
Well, to quote my illustrious father, I'm intrigued. So don't keep me in suspense. What is it that you talked about you think I might find appealing?
How do I do this? It's all so weird. Okay. Remember when you were young and your favorite fantasy about fairy tales and legends?
Are you kidding? Of course I do. I wanted them to come to life so I could go to the ball with Prince Charming or outwit my wicked stepsisters or fight ogres. I loved it.
My young rescuer was talking about those very things. Fictional characters taking on a life of their own. The only thing was, he seems to think that it's actually possible. That the step from the imagination to the page can be followed by a move beyond that.
You did say extraordinary, didn't you? Wow, wouldn't that be great? I mean, it is a crazy flight of fancy, but wouldn't that be amazing?
Well, so anyway, obviously, this old skeptic didn't believe it for a minute. But this young man was so earnest, and he was so taken with the idea. Fascinating. Even though I was dismissing the whole thing while he was talking, I couldn't stop remembering all the hours the two of us spent talking about the fabulous things your young imagination was cooking up, especially
fictional characters coming to life.
There you go.
Dad, I'm really glad you invited him. Maybe he's just like me and never let go of his fantasies, like most folks do. I guess I never outgrew the notion that somehow my favorite characters could have a life of their own. It'll be good to have someone to talk to about this. I'm stoked.
I'm glad, because he's going to be here before long. Now, in the meantime, do you think we should do some more study about the manuscript you have? I looked at it again this morning, and I did find something that we misread.
Where?
Here, see? I think we mistranslated an important word. This symbol ought to mean seek. If I have that right, it suggests that Terence was not only irate with the library, but that he somehow was going to go after his missing character himself. Yeah, see, right here. It should read, I think I have found a way to find what I see. Maybe he went after his runaway bad guy. What do you think? Do you think Terence is out there somewhere running down his escaped villain?
Wait a minute. I know that look. You're not just talking about the manuscript, are you? There's something more going on in that mind of yours. What's really up?
Okay. You know that young man last night who helped me? The poet?
Yes?
His name is Terence.
Dad! If this is some kind of joke you're playing, you've gone too far. Now, we're working on a manuscript written by an ancient Roman playwright, and in the course of getting mugged, you meet a guy named Terence.
It's no joke. The whole time I was talking to him, I kept trying to maintain my usual scientific objectivity. But something kept engaging me about the things he was saying. Oh, I could never believe something all that wild, but he sure does. Despite my doubts, got through to me on some level. It's making me think of things I usually leave to the more imaginative sorts, like my daughter. And there's more. I can't seem to shake the idea that letter you found and my meeting this young poet are somehow linked together. So there, darling, that's my totally demented confession. Are you ready to put me away?
No, not likely. Wow. Now I really can't wait to meet this savior of yours. If he can get a totally by-the-numbers guy like you, even thinking about all these wild and crazy scenarios, I can't wait to see what he might do for me. Be warned that a little girl's fertile imagination is still lurking in my super scientific, highly trained mind. When is he due?
Anytime now.
Is my timing all right? I didn't want to miss out on meeting the other Dr. Wilson.
This is Dr. Beth. I hope it's okay. I filled her in a bit on what we talked about last night.
No, that's good. I'm sorry. I'm just uncertain on how to proceed. Look, you both make me feel like I can talk, and I haven't been able to share anything with anyone since I got here. Okay, so I'll jump right in. You know I'm a poet and that my name is Terence, right?
Dad told me, and I have to admit, it threw me a bit at first, but that could just be a coincidence, right? But then he also told me about this theory you have.
That's just the thing. It's not a theory. I am a poet. Actually, a playwright. Now please, bear with me. I am the playwright. Your playwright. I wrote that letter. Too much too soon, isn't it? Look, I know how this must sound to you. I'm asking you to believe that a 20th century cabbie... did your dad tell you that I work as a cab driver? Make searching for missing characters easier. Can actually be the subject of what you have uncovered. But by the gods, I am that guy. I'm that Terence. Just as certainly as you're the people who just happened to uncover my letter. That couldn't be a mistake. It makes the three of us intertwined in some way. Odd coincidence. Totally impossible. But what if? What if what I am saying is actually so? And what if you're here to help me out somehow? Can you go along with me for one more minute?
But come on. Terence, I told you last night, I am a scientist.
I understand.
I am skeptical of everything, and this is...
Dad, let's hear him out. This is making me feel like a kid again, and it feels good and somehow right. Be warned. I don't know if I'm going to believe a word of what you're saying, but I sure do like this conversation. It's making me think about things. Precious things that I haven't thought about in years. Please, go on. Come on, Dad, let's hear him out. What have we got to lose?
Yes! Nothing to lose! That's fair enough. Just hear me out. Do it for fun, just so you listen to me. Let's start with the tower. Let's just say, for fun, that the pillar you came over to celebrate is more than just a monument. Suppose that obelisk contained properties that are beyond what you can understand.
Now, hold on! Before you go any further, what you need to know is this. Here is my hypothesis. Formulate, test, and modify. No matter what you say, it's my theories and data I live by. That's the scientific way.
Life's mysteries are magic and lyrical, and my soul finds its beauty in art. Facts are often correct but empirical. Flights of fancy are where all truth starts. Writing poems freewheeling and wild.
Hieroglyphics and runes reconciled.
The exhilarating gift
my spiritual guide is my science
of imagination's call. But
we both start with nothing,
and it leads us to something
That's equally science and art.
that's equally science and art. That's equally science and art.
Didn't you always say that science is an art? Can't art be as real as science? Let's keep going. This is exciting. It's an adventure.
That's all I'm saying. Give science and the magic that's in the arts, thank you, a chance to be credible for a bit. I think you'll be able to see the reality. Well, a kind of reality in all of this. There's so much of it I don't understand myself. So, should I tell you more or head back to my cab? Just some loony you met on the street? Ask me anything you want.
Dad? Good. Now, why are you here and how are you here?
Well, like your letter tells you, I have set out to track down an escaped character. His name is Clodius, and I'm afraid I've created him a pretty shifty fellow. So much so that I'm having trouble keeping up with his thinking. His cleverness has made him hard to find.
But how?
I'm not totally sure about that, except I know that Ptolemy, who came along a couple hundred years after my time, apparently was much more than the mathematician and astronomer he's famed to have been. He was very into astrology and alchemy and other hidden arts. And in dealing in those areas, it somehow led him to the concept of shifting realities.
I'm not sure I understand.
I don't think I'm experiencing time travel or jumping through portals to the past or to the future. No, I think Ptolemy came up with a way to shift from one reality to another. In here, through our thinking, in life, or on the pages of a manuscript, like my manuscript.
Are you saying that what we call real can be determined by how our minds perceive it?
Yes, I think that might be part of it. The corporal, following the lead of the imagination instead of the other way around. So it's not so much so a matter of time and place, as it is the perception of the reality in which we find ourselves.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know what he succeeded in doing, but the power of imagination. Imagination as a real force in nature. I've experienced that. I've felt what a creative impulse can do. Does that make any kind of sense at all?
So you're saying that this power, this energy, it's all in our minds? We're writing the book of our own lives? And if that's so, then that makes what we create as alive as the way we are creating ourselves. Well, I don't know if I understand what I just said. So you're here because in your play, you need to be here, and then the where and when of it all just matches up with what your imagination wants?
I think it might be something like that, but only under certain conditions, and the tower has everything to do with it. It is indeed magic, as the Londoners were saying at the celebration yesterday. We can go where we need to go if the need is great enough. That's why I ended up here. My need to find my creation overcame what we call time and space, at least for a while. And the tower and this scarab, it made it all possible.
Amazing. That brings the worlds of practical science and imagination very close, which could be a very good thing.
Terence, Beth, can we take a time out for a moment? This all makes for a wonderful tale. But I still have to think it's just that. A tale to be told to explain you wanting something so badly that you could lose touch with what really is. I'm not suggesting you've lost it or anything, but maybe the need is so
You
great.
think that didn't occur to me? I went for weeks pretty certain I'd gone completely batty from one of my plays. I have to embrace this thing and see it through, wherever it takes me. That's my reality.
Why is finding your Clodius so important?
I brought him into existence. There's something I must do for him. Part of why he's being so elusive is because he must be convinced that if I find him, I'll send him back to the library. But that's not why I'm pursuing him. No, I don't want to send him back. I want to free him completely.
Wait a minute. That fits. Free him. Like a slave gets freed. Like you, Terence, got freed from your Roman masters. See, I've been doing some reading about it. You want to free him from the confines of this play.
That's exactly it.
Now that is one heck of a great idea. Finally, this stupid plot can go somewhere. With me playing the lead at the end. They set me free so the real Clodius can finally get the credit and the dough and the girls he so richly deserves. You know what? Why don't we both take a little break so we can think about that? When you come back and are seated, I'll be free finally. And you'll see this play completed, starring me brilliantly. I'll be no longer the batting hero, cause I was born to be the hero. Are that way.
Oh, as I was saying, somehow my creation became real. Really real. Real like you and me. But I'm not just real, I'm also a free man. The gods allowed me to be educated, encouraged, and set free. I want to do the same for him. Set him free. The gods created me, but I created him. I'm a man, but I'm also a free man. And he deserves no less. He is a man and part of me, both sparks of eternal flame. But to live a man he must be free, since all humans dream the same. I am a man, I share his dream, to walk with others or apart, to earn the wayward world's esteem with a full and joyful heart. I am a man, I am a man, a human being still. I am a man, I am a man,
All men are human just like me. God smiled gently on our needs, and they made us love us and agree a life unfair, rich and free.
He's right.
But there's nothing human that's not me, by providence related, and we must chase the noble goals for which we were created. I am a man, living life that's brave and free. I am a man, there's nothing that's not me. I am a man, I am human, so is he. I am a man, we share our destiny.
I'm damned if I'm not beginning to believe this whole thing. Whoever he is, this man is made of darn noble stuff. What he's trying to do is honorable and decent, and we see too little of it these days. Doggone it, I want to believe him. Beth, even if we're both reverting to your childhood, let's see if we can play this game out to the end. Let's see if we can help our visitor from a few thousand years ago do something really special.
I'm with you, Dad. I had already made up my mind even before he told us about his quest and what he wanted to do for his creation. There's something about him. I'm like you. He makes me want to believe him.
How can we help?
All right. I guess that depends. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty convinced that the next move Clodius would make would be to enlist some local help. If he does that, he'll make a try for a copy of that manuscript, which he probably thinks can help evade me and any other pursuers. Oh, he'll want to get this too. Without it, I'd be unable to get back where I came from, and he'd be able to go pretty much anywhere he wanted.
The spirit. That's it. The power of imagination. So under the right conditions, we could go wherever we want. Exist through imagination.
Something like that, I think. Dr. Wilson.
Yes.
I mean, Dr. Wilson Sr., there is something that might help. On the obelisk, there is a section of hieroglyphics on the bottom side facing away from the plaza. Yes, I've tried, but I've never been able to make sense of it. Do you think you might take a look at it? It might be something important.
Let me check it out. Now I'm into something that I don't feel like I'm in a fairy tale. Maybe finally I can be of some use.
A marvelous fairy tale which requires a happy ending.
Let me see if I can figure out what it says. I'll need my glass.
If anyone can decipher something from that period, it'll be Dad. Hopefully he finds something you can put to use. Terence, do you think we should tell him?
I don't think the time is right yet.
Whatever you think, Terence. But I have to ask again, what does it feel like existing here, several thousand miles and several thousand years from where you come from? Do you feel like the proverbial stranger in a strange land, or on the inside, are you just a person who's trying to come to terms with something totally new?
Strangely, I don't feel so different. Oh, where I came from was a lot warmer and brighter, but truly, this world itself doesn't seem much of a contrast to mine. Oh, put aside the clothing, the language, I still don't know how I mastered that, and the customs. And this place seems pretty much like home and the things that matter, like you and your father. I'd admire the two of you, whether it was sitting at this table here in London or in the marketplace back home. You're good people, made of that noble stuff he was talking about. Now, I'm sure you would have enjoyed my Rome, but I'm sure I could learn to love living here. Besides, I would enjoy talking to you no matter where we were, and, etc.
Well, I certainly enjoy talking to you, etc. See, we speak the same language.
We do. Yeah, thank you. I do like you very much.
And I like you, especially your idea of what we call the power of imagination, right?
Right. And the respect a man can feel towards another. Like I'm feeling towards your father. And the feelings that come from out of nowhere when you meet a kindred spirit. Strangers meet and feel the flame, and nothing is the same.
Like no sensation you can name.
But that's only a tale that's been told.
Had they really met by chance, lost in brightened of romance?
Will have come with just a glance.
Sure, that's only a tale that's been told.
Love's only a tale that's been told. A story too rich to unfold. But the magic of tales can be found in the beauty with which they are crowned.
Every tale must depend on belief that's uncertain and often to grieve.
But the story will always remain, living sweetly again and again. But the truth in a tale must consist of a world where our hearts coexist. They can merge and defy space and time in a tale that can end up sublime.
Oh, I got about halfway through translating that section of the obelisk, and some crazy little man in a tunic started landing at me! Terence got to be here, Clodius, and those crazy guys you said he would. Well, they were the guys that were beating up on me. Yeah, they chased me over here. We got to get out of here now. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. There they are, right over there. Oh, too late.
Right behind me.
Come on, bring it.
Thank you.
the branch of the Inspector Lab, lost literature, escaped villains, wayward playwrights, and assorted antiquities.
Wayward playwrights.
Antiquities!
Antiquities.
Quiet! Detail, attention!
What on earth? What did you say you were?
Library cats!
We are here to close a case involving one Clodius. And a playwright known as Terence.
You guys try and stay out of this. Let me handle it. I'm right here. Man! Are we under arrest?
No.
No!
Then are we free to go?
No.
No!
We have been instructed to inform you that your presence is required.
Required. The rules of our library are quite explicit.
At the library in Alexandria tomorrow at the stroke of noon, this subpoena demands.
What's a subpoena?
Enough of that. This subpoena demands that you show up at the designated time or you will be boiled in oil, drawn and quartered, and buried in the trash heap behind the library with all the worn out scrolls, and you'll get a quickie, no frills funeral, just a small fire.
That's harsh!
We'll be there. I swear by the gods.
You'd better be. We do this all the time and you can't escape from us. Why, we were the ones who took Hamlet back to his castle where he could be.
Or not to be. We also took Quasimodo back to Notre Dame to swing on his bell. And Uncle Vanya back to Russia for a troika ride.
Yeah! What's a troika? Did we do that?
We'll go, but first, that scarab is mine.
And that manuscript is ours!
But you must bring these materials with you tomorrow, or we'll add some really juicy torment to the punishment I've already described. Now, who are these other two?
We are just innocent bystanders. This gentleman forced us to give back what he said was his property. That nasty man lied to us.
Yeah, what did you say? What she said?
Yeah.
And never mind that, there are no punks listed here, so you are free to go. Alright, where was I? Oh, yes, but you, Clodius, must be alongside your creator, Terence, or there will be a terrible fuzz, and we will have to go looking for you again, and we don't want to do that.
It's yucky weather here and we don't like it.
And it's not so bad here. It rather suits me.
That completes our duty here. Subpoena served, culprits admonished, and expected to appear. Officer Nauseus, as always, a brilliant job. After all, we are the officers of the Alexandria. Officer Nauseus, show your pride. Follow me.
Will you all give us a minute alone?
Yeah.
Clodius, I want you to know it wasn't just you. We both got caught just now. I was chasing you, yes. I was was chasing you, yes. But it was because I wanted to do something for you. I wasn't planning on sending you back if you didn't want to go.
You weren't?
No. In fact, what I really wanted to do was set you totally free. Free from me, the play, the library, from all of it. Free to be your own man, just as I am.
You would do that? Why? I mean, I know I'm not a bad guy, but you would do that for me?
It's not your fault I wrote you the way you are. And because of that, you're not free. No man should have to suffer that.
So I'm free then?
Yes.
What a guy! You know, from now on, you're my favorite playwright. Under there!
Take this. It's yours. It will take you any place you want to go. Use it.
But wait a minute. What about you? If I take this pen and skip out on the trial tomorrow, which I am definitely going to do, you're stuck here?
It does, but you need more room to run than I do. I'll be fine. So take the pen and go do what your heart cries out for. Follow your dream.
Let me tell it to the world. You remember from before? I want to be the hero, a leading man.
Well, Clodius Minimus, if that's what you
Minimus? Minimus? Oh, come on, you didn't name me that, did you?
I'm afraid I did. Make your exploits in your deeds. Force the world to change that to at least mediocritus. And don't be so certain about wanting to be the leading man, the hero. The bad guy gets all the best lines and dirty tricks anyway. I'm just saying, keep an open mind. Now that you're free, you can be either, or even both. You're free, you're just like me. And now you get to choose the kind of man you want to be, and the roles you can refuse.
The villain's crimes are often hurled into unsuspecting worlds, while heroes stand forever brave to fight and gain their fame.
But the hero's part can lack the zest that the villain can explain. Each sordid deed, each evil plan outweighs the leading man. You're free,
I'm free,
you're just like me.
and I really get to choose
The kind of man you want to be.
and the roles I can refuse.
A hero tries to save mankind.
The villain comes to prove it.
A star by virtue well defined.
Means nothing when I rule it. So write your story, proud and free. Enjoy what freedom brings you. Be one or both with courage, speak. You don't have to be a hero. I'm free. I'm free.
Emerging just like me.
And no matter what I choose, I'll be the man you see in me.
Any roles you can refuse.
We're free. I'll do it. And thanks, Dad, for the passport.
Okay.
Well, I'm off. Ta-ta.
Every play.
Looks like you did it.
I did.
Now I'm free.
And what a wonderful feeling. Being able to free a fellow human being from the bondage that may be inflicted upon him or her. Oh, it has to be the most ennobling experience a person can have. I feel totally complete. I'm a happy man.
Terence, I saw you give Clodius that scarab pin you were wearing. Wasn't that the means of traveling back and forth through history?
It was, but he needed it more.
So does that mean you have to stay here with us?
I can think of worse places to be. Besides, I'm beginning to rather like it here.
Well, my young friend, if you're going to be around for a while, I think I can help you hang up your London cabbie's cap. It so happens at this very moment, I have a very pressing need for an assistant, or maybe a London associate. Yeah. A lot of my help has been quitting on me recently, and I think you might fill the bill quite handsomely. Beth, what do you think?
Very handsomely. Dad, I think you picked a winner. This has been an adventure. Terence, do you think this could be the beginning of a whole new tale to be told for you?
I'm absolutely sure it is. And a wonderful tale it will be! The plot's forming in my head right now.
Right now?
Every tale must depend on belief that's uncertain and often to grieve.
But the story will always remain, living sweetly again and again. But the truth in a tale must consist of a world where our hearts coexist. They can merge into our space and time in a tale that can end up sublime.
Well, Dad, what do you say? Can we let imagination win at least this once?
From the looks of things, it already has. And by the gods, I approve!